which is complex numbers. Firstly, we discuss why we need complex numbers. We need complex numbers because there are some polynomials whose solution is not exist in real numbers. To overcome these difficulties, the requirement of complex numbers. For example, x square minus 1 equal to 0. X square is equal to 1. X is equal to plus minus 1. So plus minus 1 is a real number. The solution of this equation exists in real numbers. But when we have equation x square plus 1 equal to 0, x square is equal to minus 1. So in real number, there is no square root of minus 1. Therefore, we need a number other than real. That's why complex numbers introduce. Mathematicians introduce the term iota, which is equal to minus 1 square root, or iota square is equal to minus 1. चैप्टर स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 है सिंप्लीफाई. पार्ट नंबर 1 है iota power 31. As we all know that iota square is equal to minus 1, so we convert iota power 31 in the form of iota square. First we rewrite 15 to the 30. Now we putting the value of iota square, as we know it is minus 1 and power 15. As we all know that when power is odd, then minus sign remains as such. Thank you. Exercise 1.1, question number 1, part number 2, minus iota power 6. First of all, we convert in factor 2 form. As 2 3 is the 6, we convert it in iota square form, as we know that iota square is equal to minus 1, putting the value of iota square minus 1. Now power is odd, iota square is equal to minus 1, as power is odd, so minus sign remain as such. So minus 1 is the answer. Now look at part number 3, minus 1 over minus 1 power minus 13 over 2. First of all, we take it in fraction to convert it into positive power. We take it in fraction. Now, as we know, we can write 13 over 2 in this form, 1 over 2 into 13. As we know that minus 1 square root is equal to iota, so we're putting the value of minus 1 square root, which is equal to iota power 13. Now we can write iota power 13 as iota power 12. Now we convert iota power 12 in this form, in iota square form. As we know that iota square is equal to minus 1, so we can write as minus 1 power 6, but as the power is even, so minus sign is absorbed, and 1 over iota. Now we have to multiply and divide with its conjugate. 1 over iota, its conjugate is minus iota. We are multiplying and dividing its conjugate, and minus iota over minus iota square, as we know that iota square is equal to minus 1. So putting the value of iota square, minus minus plus, and minus iota is the answer. Now we solve exercise 1.1, question number 1, part number 4. Here the question is 2 over minus 1 power 3 by 2. As the power 3 by 2 we can write as 1 by 2 into 3, as we know that minus 1 square root is equal to iota. Now putting the value of minus 1 square root iota, now it becomes 2 over iota 3. We can write iota 3 as iota dot iota square, as we know that iota square is equal to minus 1. Putting the value of iota square, we get 2 over minus iota. So we can multiply and divide with its conjugate. Minus iota conjugate is iota, multiplying and dividing by its conjugate, and it becomes 2 iota over minus iota square. As we know that iota square is equal to minus 1. Putting the value of iota square, 2 iota into minus 1. The answer is 2 iota. Minus minus plus, and answer is 2 iota. Now we solve question number 1, part number 5. Iota power 23 plus iota power 58 plus iota power 21. We can write iota power 23 as iota dot iota power 22. Similarly, we can write iota power 58 in this form, iota square into 29 to the 58, plus iota dot iota power 20. We can write 21 as, no, we can write 22 iota power 22 as iota square form. Similarly, iota square, putting the value of iota square, as iota square value is minus 1. Similarly, we can write iota 20 as 2/10 form. Now putting the value of iota square value is minus 1. Here power is odd, minus sign remains as such. Here putting the value of iota square. Now power is odd, minus sign remains as such. Answer is minus iota. Minus plus minus, and here is power is even, so minus sign is absorbed, plus iota. Plus iota minus iota cancelled. Answer is minus 1. Thank you.